my god, guys, you missed it, but I was practicing, and just as I was practicing, the cat went no. Um, First of all, thank you for 500 subs. It means a lot to me. Okay, and second, I've been working with Freya off and on, and I went and I read an article about being full true to Freya, and I'm sure this person is simply lovely. But they said that if you were full true to Loki, it wouldn't probably be a problem if you broke a promise, sort of. I'm thinking, no, somebody hasn't worked with the Mafia boss. Please don't ever break a promise to Loki or break your oath or lie. Oh my god. Now, there are occasions where if the lie is just agreeing with someone so you don't start a fight, that's one thing. But don't purposely lie about important stuff. You guys know the difference. Sometimes you just agree with someone, especially a friend, so you don't wring their neck. Don't lie to Loki. Don't break a promise to Loki. We may never find you again. I'm sensing this really proud smile back there. But it made me realize that, we have so many gods. We're blessed. That, you can become an expert in one god or goddess. Well, not an expert, but you come to know them better. And you can then just kind of pick up generalizations of the rest. It's like having a full color photo of one god and just rough sketches of the rest. I would never lie to Loki. I don't know where they picked up the idea other than meeting fake Keans or no Keans as I call them. Lying to him is not a good idea. Breaking a promise to him is not a good idea, especially if he smiles, and he has a certain special smile all Lokeans know that lets you know you fucked up and he's gonna get revenge. He's just gonna wait. And do you know when it's gonna come? I'll tell you when it's gonna come. When there's something really important you want, that is when Loki will get his revenge, because Loki is karma. And sometimes Loki is instant karma, and sometimes he's long time karma with interest. And I'm sensing this smile back here. So, it was just kind of funny to hit that when I hit 500 subs, because I know it's going to happen, by the way. Every time you mention a milestone, a couple people go, oh, I don't like seeing you hit a milestone, and bloop. So we will lose a couple subs. So if you tune in and you see we have like 490 or something, that's why. It always happens. It's part of being on YouTube. I swear some people sub just to wait for that to happen and then go, boop. But it doesn't bother me at this point. I know to expect it. But it was kind of funny because Loki and I had talked about that to be, I'm not even going to pretend I could say the Norse, but to say that you're full true or a promised friend to Loki's definitely different than saying he's your patron, because patron's kind of the boss man. The mafia boss man. I'm getting these evil little daggers like back there, and he said, that was the relationship he wanted with me. Because he said if we would have had that other kind of relationship where she went on to describe it in these warm, glowing terms, he says, you won't listen to a best friend. You will listen to a boss. You will listen to a mentor. But you're not going to listen to a best friend. You're going to be all palsy-walsy in that. And that doesn't mean that you can't be friends with a god if they're your patron. Loki, by and large, is extremely loose with the reins and sometimes won't even be using reins if he doesn't have to. If you make it an issue, that's when he gets... Loki, stop it. That's when he gets out the corrective methods. Oh, shut up. Loki. Reins. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. But again, we wanted to thank you for 500 subs, but I couldn't imagine living in this world for long or happily after I would, lie to Loki or break a promise to Loki. I mean, if you mess up and you promise something you can't keep, and we've all done that, you make a promise, circumstances change, and you can't keep it. That's fine, but just go to him and say, I'm sorry, no, you'll be disappointed, but I can't keep that promise. But don't go breaking it on purpose. If, for example, I promise Loki that we will do X, and time comes up to do X, and I have the money and I have everything else. And I decide, you know what, I'm mad at Loki today. We're not doing this. I'm breaking a promise. It doesn't matter if I'm mad and I think he deserves for me to break the promise. I made that promise to him. And that's one of the things about having a patron deity. You're going to wake up some days and you're going to be mad at them. And you're going to be mad and slamming their things down on their altar or whatever you do to do service, but you're still going to be doing service because you get into the habit of discipline. So it's all good. It was just I still can't get over the idea of what would happen to people. I hear back here they've never found the bodies. Yeah, I think that is what would happen, but I remember early on when I first heard the term that I thought, oh, why don't we have that? Why is he, my patron as opposed to that kind of relationship? Because that's what works for me. Answering to the boss man, and today he was very happy to relate how I'm his personal property. I can talk to other gods, but at his pleasure, he can demand I come back over and do this thing he wants. And he wasn't mad or anything. He was just like, okay, we're going to re-go over the rules. And this is why we don't have that palsy-walsy friendship kind of relationship. We usually do get along and treat each other like best friends, but it's still, it's not an equal playing field. Loki's up here somewhere, and he's not going to usually lord it over me too often, but I know who the boss is in the relationship, and it ain't me. So, if you guys like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.